actually came out today. So we've talked about in the past that Disney is going to buy. So basically, Hulu is set up right now. Disney owns 2/3 of it. Comcast owns 1/3. And this is from when Disney purchased 20th Century Fox. Hulu was part of that. And I forget exactly how, but Comcast was involved in that. So it was going to be Disney was going to buy the remaining third in January. Well, it came out today that Disney and Comcast, and I don't know which one did it, but apparently this may have been Comcast pushing it, but this is from Variety. It says Comcast and Disney move up Hulu sale to September 30th, which is much quicker than January of 24. Now, Brian Roberts is the CEO of Comcast, and this is where it gets interesting to me. We're not going to go really in depth in this, but I've said all along, Iger said in the last earnings call they were going to buy Hulu, the remaining shares of it, and it was going to cost them anywhere from like $10 to $12 billion. Well, that was going off of whenever they bought 20th Century Fox. Hulu was, they said it was essentially worth like $30 billion at the time. Granted, that was 5 years ago. So they're just sitting there going, oh, there's a third left. We'll pay $10 billion for it, somewhere around there. Well, there's a dispute there, and Comcast has been pushing this because Brian Roberts is claiming Hulu is he says worth well more than $30 billion, which was put the price tag on it 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. So there's not a lot of details in this other than apparently Disney is going to close on this at the end of the month. I don't know. It doesn't say when that takes effect on Disney Plus because they are going to put that into Disney Plus. They've already said that. So I don't know how quickly that timeline is. But I have a feeling Disney's going to be paying more than $10 billion for it because I think they're probably correct here in that if it was worth $30 billion 5 years ago, streaming has only gotten more popular since then. So Disney very well for that final third. I've heard reports up to $20 to $30 billion for that final third. Mm-hmm. Either way, that whole Fox deal is going to ultimately end up costing almost $100 billion because they already paid 70. So this is for the other half of that. If they pay 30, that would be $100 billion. Either way, that, in my opinion, that Fox deal is looking worse and worse, especially when you consider that it's getting close to the $100 billion mark to get everything that was associated with it. But yeah, so we only bring that up because it will affect Disney Plus. I don't know exactly how. Obviously, you can sign up for Hulu separately and all this. So they've talked about how they're going to integrate it into Disney Plus and probably eventually just drop the Hulu name and have some sort of, I don't know how they're going to do it. But so it'll be interesting to see. Disney, I'm sure, is going to borrow money. And right now we talked about like it's not the best time for commercial lending with rates and things. But one thing I am curious about is this going on, and then there's the rumors about, and I guess we can talk about a rumor. It's not, I don't know how official it is, but the rumor is like Zootopia is going to be coming to Animal Kingdom.
I mean, that was a Blue Sky thing.
It seems to have a lot more people chattering about it. No clue as to how relevant or anything that it is. But given that they're going to be spending this money for Hulu on the streaming side, it makes me wonder how much they're going to be willing to spend on the parks. Now they have these other expenses, plus Disney Plus is losing, almost $1 billion a quarter at this point. So the streaming side is really pulling them down. Plus they got this other added expense here. So yeah, I'm curious as to how much that will impact things because I kind of think Disney has to announce something at this D23. What's the thing coming up?
D23 Destination
D23. Yeah. So Josh D'Amaro is speaking at it. And last time, if you remember at D23, they just had a bunch of Blue Sky stuff. I almost think with Epic Universe opening in less than 2 years, or about around 2 years, they have to at least announce something. Yeah. Seemingly, you would think. If they don't, that would be pretty astonishing to me. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So I don't know. It's another wrinkle I thought was interesting, especially going on between you have Universal and Disney on the theme park side, and then the same companies on this Hulu deal. Just very interesting. So
very interesting.
I'm sure more details will come closer to September 30th, and then I'm sure at the earnings call at the end of the year they'll talk about it. So, but
I'm sure.
All right. Well, that's all the news and I suppose rumors that we have. Mm-hmm.